Well, I am really pleased at the way this guitar is sounding. I literally strung it up with some old strings and just plugged it straight into the iPad, and firstly it played really well, the action was pretty good, and the tone was amazing from the piezo pickup. And I have to say that is the first time that I've done that and not had to do a lot of fiddling around. So I was really pleased with the way that sounded. Now there's some issues with this. Firstly, I always make the neck too narrow at the end. I start off with great intentions, and by the time I've sanded it and planed it to get it absolutely level there, I always cut it too narrow. So the nut I was using was a standard nut with the nut slots cut, and they're in the wrong place. So I've ordered a blank black nut, and I'm going to cut that to size. I'm going to need to put some string retainers in because the slope of this particular headstock is too shallow, and I also need to put in the side dots. At the moment I've just marked it with a China graph pencil. I've got some side dots here. I don't normally bother with the dots in the front of the guitar. The important ones for me are the ones down the side. So I'm going to get on with that today. The first thing I'm going to do is fit these string restraints. Now the angle of the headstock is not enough, and these strings are too high on the nut. That's a mistake I'm aware I made and need to fix for the next one. So I need to put a string restraint on the top two strings and the bottom two strings, just like that. So I'm going to mark this and drill a hole. Really don't like drilling a hole in a new headstock, but there you go. Just got to make sure I've got enough behind the scenes there. I'm going to mark it there. Now I've got two sizes of spacer here, and I'm going to use the small spacer on the two top strings. That is a fiddle. Shaky hand time. In actual fact, I need to go lower than this smaller spacer, so I'm going to sand a bit off it. Now I'm going to have to take some off this large spacer. When you're building a guitar, the moment of truth is always when you put the strings on. And I always keep an old set of strings ready. This set of strings was really old. It's got rust on, which I had to clean off before I put it on. But nevertheless, the guitar sounded good, and so that's always a good sign. So I'll just take these strings off now, so I can now fix this nut problem. Okay, so first things first, I've got to take this nut out, which I actually super glued in. So I'm hoping I can just tease it out. Just score it either side. A bit of leeway there, hopefully. So I need to slim this down to 5mm. Now I've cut the width right, I need to get the length right. I'll allow a bit on each end just to trim up and round off. Put a mark there. So we need to get the height using this half pencil. So now I've got the length and the height. Now, a set of nut files can be really expensive, and I've never used any. I use these very small files just to open up the holes. Do it very carefully. I'll do it sort of halfway, and then I'll put it on the guitar and make the fine adjustments. Okay, I'm going to fix the nutting with some super glue. I'm just going to put some in a pot and just paint it in with a toothpick. So I've got more control over it. Oopsie daisy. Trying to avoid to get it onto the neck. Don't seem to be having much luck with. Okay, I'm going to call that a day. Just slide that in there and press it down. Okay, so the nut's glued in place. Now I'm going to turn my attention to the side dots. Now we're marking up the side dots. It's always worth to have another guitar with you as a reference, because there's a good chance you're going to get it wrong. So here we have it. So we've got on the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, 7th, 9th, 2 on the 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 2 on the 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th. We're looking good. I'm using this white plastic rod for the side dots, and the diameter is 2 mil. Get a 2 mil drill. The handy thing about having a detachable neck is you can take it off to drill the dots. There we go, much easier. That's a really tight fit, so I'm not going to bother gluing those in. I'll just smooth that off. Well, thank you very much for watching this series on finishing this travel guitar. I'm going to go in now and have a go on that. That's brilliant. Got plenty more guitars to start building. As you can see, I've got a stack of bodies that I've sort of cut out ready, a load of necks. So hopefully there's going to be some more videos about building guitars. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this sort of content, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.